Welcome back. Stasa23 here, back again with some knife therapy. And today is going to be a fun video, at least for me. This is the $150 knife collection challenge in a video response to JT's Knife Life. JT set this challenge up as an open-end challenge for whoever wants to take place. And basically, the whole premise is if all you had was $150, what would your collection look like? Which direction would you go? I sat here and I thought about this for the last few days. You know, when I first started thinking about it, I was thinking, you know, do I want to get, you know, one higher end knife and maybe one cheap knife, or do I want to gear toward hard juice? Do I want to gear toward fidgeability? You know, there's so many different options, but I knew as me, the knife collector and enthusiast I am, for me, it had to be a well-rounded collection, and I kind of had to hit every portion of what I use knives for. So, of course, I love all these, but these are all over $150, so they're all out. One by one, they're all out. So, got back to reality, got $150, and the first knife I chose, and I chose them, you know, as for what they're going to be used for. And my first one is a kind of a chopper, brush clearer, something to bring out in the woods when I go hunting or just going out camping. And that is one that I've already done a review on, definitely tested, and that is the CRKT Half a Chance. Super awesome chopper slash, you know, whatever, clear, brush clear. Awesome handle. It still holds up pretty well. It's a cheap carbon steel, but it can take some abuse. So that's going to be my first, and that's my chopper category. So if I got the chopper, as much as I like to do wood task, I had to get me a wood carving knife slash woods knife. And this one is just going to represent, because I don't have this knife anymore. I gifted it to a friend. But that is the Mora Companion in carbon steel. And this is the Bushcraft Black. This is also a great knife, but I'm trying to hit that $150 budget. So the Mora Companion in carbon steel runs right at $13. And the Half a Chance on Amazon is $40. So there you go. There's my woods knife. I got my chopper, my woods knife. And I thought, you know, if I'm going to be out in the woods, I got those two things. I kind of wanted a multi-tool, but, you know, try to get the most function out of my tool. So I decided to go with Victorinox. This is just going to stand in for the one that I chose, the Victorinox Camper 2. And I chose that one because it has the saw, it has your main blade, the pin blade, and, you know, all these little tools. It's got the plastic handle on it, but a knife that, you know, I wouldn't mind handing to a friend that asked me for a knife, because it ran right at 17 bucks. So that's my multi-tool slash beater slash hand it to your friend. And now this is the section that is probably the hardest. When it comes to EDC blades, you know, I kept bouncing around. Do I get, you know, a few, or do I center toward better steel, better quality? And boy, okay, I'm going to throw in, these are the first two knives I had on the list, okay? And they ended up not making the cut, but I'm going to show you. The first is the Ontario Rat Model 1 and D2 with the G10, with the, the Rivery handles. That one ran right around 43 bucks. And you know, it was really hard to not choose this knife, because this was a great beater with good steel, would hold up for you, good budget line knife, but it didn't make the cut. So we're gonna put this one off. Oh, it's hard to do that. Then my next alternate was gonna be the steel wheel cut jack. You got D2 steel here. You got nice flipper there, good ergonomics, but, you know, I know I have some, you know, lighter duty task knife, And even though this one has, some nested steel liners, I don't know how much abuse this thing can take as far as like, heavier tasks. But I'm still testing that one out. But being that I don't know offhand, this one is not going to make the cut. So what did I choose? Okay, the first one is just my everyday EDC blade, and great value. I just did my first impressions video on it. And that is the Kaiser Tangram Series Santa Fe. And it's got the JPN Acuto steel. And I've been testing out the steel since Monday, doing rope cutting, cardboard cutting. I decided to put my own edge on there just because I wanted to see how, a freshly, finely honed edge would act, because the edge that came on it was super sharp. But I noticed right off the back that that hair popping sharp edge kind of was lost pretty quickly, but it kept an awesome working edge. And I used this thing till it was dull as a butter knife, just to kind of see how far I could take that factory edge. So now I'm going to be interested. I'll probably do a comparison with this one and another one in 440C, just to kind of see how they compare. So this is going to be my main EDC blade. It's lightweight. It's got a lot of functionality with that nice tip right there. It's not a complete worn clip. You got a kind of gradual belly. If I put it down on something flat, you'd see that. So that's my general EDC blade. Okay, now this one, it was a tough decision because the quality control on these knives aren't great, but the company has great customer service and they definitely take care of you. I wanted something with a little bit higher end steel than the D2, even though D2 is great. I live in a very humid environment, and I got to keep my D2. Not so much this one, the satin on this one and the cut jack, not so bad, but I do keep them up because here in Louisiana, the humidity will rust it in your pocket. So I decided to choose a knife that I've always loved, that the company just kind of fell short on it, and that is the Buck Vantage Pro in S30V steel, Paul Boss's heat treat. Some of the best in the business. Just a good overall, I would say, harder used knife. It's got a nice, decently thin hollow grind. Like I said, the fit and finish on these knives aren't excellent, but you could send it to them and they will make it right for you. It's got this G10 overlay, which I don't really like how they did that. The old ones was one full slab of G10. Now you got this G10 overlay, and you got the plastic on this side. You got steel liners. I don't know. I may do a video on this one. So let's kind of go over what all I chose. Got my harder task, harder duty knife. Great warranty with the Buck. Great heat treat with the Paul Boss S30V heat treat. So I got your Buck Vantage Pro Select. Then I got my daily beater EDC, the Tangram in Acuto 440, or Acuto steel, kind of like 440. Nice lightweight, easy to carry. That's my everyday EDC beater. Then got my multi-tool / multi-function. This is just a stand-in. What did I pick? The Camper 2 with the saw, and you got your main blades and you got your other tools. And this is also another one beater that I could, hand to somebody else, the one with the plastic scales. And my Woods knife. This is a stand-in for the Mora Companion. Like I said, I gifted mine to a friend. This is the Bushcraft Black. And I'll be able to maybe get a portion of this one in here. That's a CRKT Half a Chance. So I'm very interested to see. I've watched some of the other videos so far, and it's really cool to see how people go about their thinking and how they do their collecting, how they do their choosing. And boy, JT was right. It is not an easy task. When you have $150 to work with, you got to make those choices, whether you want to get, a high-end knife. That's kind of why I chose this one. Oh, my overall price on all these after it was all added up was $149, $1 to spare. I guess I could use that for size comparisons, huh? I don't know. But it was such a fun challenge, JT. Thank you so much. I hope more guys in the community, especially some of the bigger channels, I hope they pick this up. And just so we can kind of get everybody out there so we can see, maybe meet new people, meet new channels. I definitely found some new channels in his playlist where he puts these, it's fun. That's what it's all about. And I'll tell you, anybody who's sitting there thinking, oh, that's an easy task, then you do it and see how hard it is. If you're an avid knife collector or a knife addict like we are, you try that. Because it was so hard to take these out of the equation. I really thought about, taking this one out and putting this one in, having this as a hard use knife. But like I said, the only thing that kind of stopped me from doing that, or this one right there, is because of the D2 steel. It's not a stainless. It's close to it, but it rusts pretty easy in Louisiana. So I went with the S30V that, takes a little bit longer to rust. And the heat treat on that S30V is great. Buck's warranty is absolutely phenomenal. I don't think I could go wrong on any of these selections. Y'all let me know what y'all think about my choices, and I'd love to hear what you would do, what you would bring, or what kind of scenario you would take. Would you go for, a bunch of cheaper knives, or would you try to get a well-rounded collection? I feel I got a well-rounded where I could kind of do everything that I like to do on a daily basis. But that's for you to decide and us to see. So also, before I let y'all go, I was watching my buddy EDC with Aaron. He's got a channel here, and he definitely deserves more subscribers than he has. He's a new channel. If you don't mind, go check him out. And he's doing a giveaway. I don't think it's ended yet, but go check it out. He's doing a giveaway. I forgot for what knife, but like I said, if you go check him out, subscribe to his channel, you can enter his giveaway. Tell him, if you do go there, tell him I sent you. And I hope everybody's having an absolute wonderful Friday. I will see you next time. Peace.